Hi, I'm Rose. I am the high school group coordinator for Math Happens, and today I'm here in Columbia, Missouri to share peanut cookie number 2 from Carver's How to Grow the Peanut and 105 Ways of Preparing It for Human Consumption.
So in terms of ingredients, here's what you will need.
Spoons of baking powder, 1 cup of sugar, 2 cups of flour, 2 eggs, 1 cup of ground peanuts. So before I start the recipe, I'm going to preheat my oven to 350. So now it's time to put everything together. So I do have a stand mixer here, but feel free to use a hand mixer or whatever you have on hand. So now I'm going to measure out and put the wet ingredients in here and the dry ingredients in here and then slowly combine. So we're going to start with our butter. A low mix just to kind of mix up a bit. It should just kind of break up and be a little creamy. Blended, we're going to measure out the sugar because that will actually be going in here while all the other dry ingredients will be going here. So to start that, we have 1 cup of sugar. So I'm just going to take a bowl I have on the side and measure out. So to make sure it's even, I'm just going to take a knife and... So now that we have our flour here, I'm just going to add in the rest of the dry ingredients. Take our baking powder and include 2 teaspoons. That's in. I'm going to measure out the ground peanuts. I couldn't find ground peanuts in the store, so I just got some unsalted halved peanuts, and they were just in the nut and seed area, so I ended up just blending them up here in a blender. You can use a food processor or however you want them to be. Something that I've learned in doing this recipe a few times is it's kind of nice to have it kind of, you know, thicker, not too blended, so that's what I did. Gives the cookie a little texture. Blended and just, so when it does go into the stand mixer, it's all, like, there's equal parts going in. That's all mixed, so I'm going to set it aside. And then I'm going to return back to the butter and put it on a low speed still and start slowly putting in the sugar. And kind of stopping halfway, letting it mix. Just started mixing and add the rest in. So I'm also going to stop this part away and just kind of make sure all of the sugar and everything is on that. So next recipe calls for 2 eggs. So I just have 2 eggs here and I'm going to individually crack them and pop them in. So, and you're going to wait, I guess, a few seconds in between just to make sure they're all blended. So while your mixer is going, just blending, and it should just kind of mix and become yellowy, but nothing too crazy. So, got 1 in, it's a little mix. Now we're going to do the second one. So now that things are very mixed, I'm just going to shut this off and I'm going to start adding in the dry ingredients, but not only a little bit at a time. So I'm just going to incorporate it, just giving it time in between so it can kind of mix together. So once everything's done mixing, your dough should look something like this. Next thing is time to prepare your cookie sheet. So I'm just going to take the cookie down. And this, it doesn't matter the cut size. I mean, I did it a little silly, so I'm just going to put this to the side and I'm going to cut the cookies into shape and pop them in the oven. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to need a few things to cut the cookies. So I'm going to use some more parchment paper, a rolling pin, a little bit of flour, And you can also pick a cookie cutter of your choice. So I really love llamas, so I might do those. But I also have this handy dandy gadget that cuts perfect circles. So I might use both. This one on the side. And we're going to just so it covers this space. And as you can see, because I kind of left the peanuts chunkier, you can see the speckles, and I think that's the best part, but again, it's up to you. Okay. Take this cookie cutter and cut perfect circles. So I kind of start at the edge and apply a little pressure. Slowly but surely get those circles. But in this case, feel free to use any kind of cookie cutter you want. Just, these are some ones I have on hand. So those are the ones, I don't know if I can do another, so I might just do a llama. There, we're just going to put these on a cookie sheet. So something to note about these cookies is they don't spread, so it's okay if you put them a little closer together than you would, I guess, cookies that do extend. I'm just going to put my llamas on. The oven is now preheated, so we're going to get our cookies over here and carefully get them in. These are done. We're just gonna let them cool, and then we'll enjoy. 2 thumbs up.